Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Um, we are still on foundation work, so now we are proceeding with um, Raft Foundation. Before we start on this Raft Foundation, I want to explain what is meant by Raft itself. Before I explain the Raft, this software, PLANSWIFT software, it is not designed for quantity surveyor. You understand? It's not designed for only quantity surveyor. It is designed or it can be used by architects, engineers, maybe structural engineers, or mechanical and electrical engineers, and also builders and quantity surveyor. They are all these professionals are working in construction industry. So all the professional can make use of this software. And just proceed on the raft. Um, I want to explain. Raft itself is a flat structure that uh, used to support or for transportation. For transportation, it is being used on water to transport. The raft is. I'm still discussing about the raft. It is being used to transfer goods from one location to other or to transport people from one location to the other. Let me show you sample of the raft can be a bit of different materials. It can be bamboo or uh, concrete work. So let me show you the one that can be used for transportation. So this is what I mean by for transportation. This is bamboo. It is used for transporting of goods or human being from one location to the other. In case if there is no any bridge that can connect the two community together. This is the um, raft for transportation, and we also have different type of raft foundation. This one is not raft foundation, but this is raft for transporting goods and human being from one place to another. So you also have raft foundation that is being used for construction of building, which serve as base that withstand the load of buildings. So we have different type of raft foundation. And before I discuss about the raft foundation, there's one thing that uh, it's connect this thing together. What I mean by connecting the two together is the this raft itself and raft foundation. If we discover something now, this bamboo is being joined together to achieve what we are seeing here. Same thing applicable to um, raft foundation. I'm coming. Same thing applicable to raft. Same thing applicable to raft foundation. As you can see, this is the raft. This is the raft beam. One thing is applicable to the two. This, I mean, what I mean by the two is that this raft foundation and this raft itself. The issue is that this raft is being tied. It's being tied together. Can you see? They are tied together, both horizontally and vertically. They are tied together so that all these things you are seeing on it can withstand the bamboo can withstand all this load. Even if they carry anything, they place anything on it, can withstand the load. If it's not tied together, this bamboo that you are seeing just separate. They won't come together to form one. understand me? That is where it can withstand the load on it. Same thing applicable to this raft, this raft beam. They are tied together to withstand the imposing load. What I mean by the imposing load is the self load, and we have self load, we have life load. Self load is also dead load. The dead load is the um, building components. I mean by what the building elements like columns, beams, block wall. They cannot. It is fixed. They cannot be moved. Once you are done with the construction, you can't move them. It is fixed. But life load, they are human being moving in and out of the building. So this raft foundation is being able to withstand the imposing load. And before you can just come to any site, uh, and you can't decide by yourself that you want to make use of raft foundation as site engineer or contractor. The type of foundation will be determined by the structural engineer based on the soil test, which enable them to determine the type of foundation to be used for the construction. And the raft foundation, it can be used in area whereby there is low bearing capacity, where the soil has a low bearing capacity of the soil, where the load bearing of the soil is low. You understand? When the bearing of the soil is low, whereby you have to make use of raft foundation, which all beams are connected together and link up together to withstand the imposing load. And one of the reason additional points for using raft foundation is um, because the sand, some of the sand, let me show you something. Some of the sites are sand filled. They are sand filled. Can you see now? There's not much excavation here. All this area are sand filled area. Can you see water here? They're sand filled. So no need to excavate much here. Once you set out, just use shovel to pack all this uh setting out. After you have to pack it out, you have to show the area that you're going to set out each room or apartment. So it is waterlogged area and it is sand filled. So any area that is waterlogged or sand filled, you have to make use of based on tests, soil tests. You have to make use of raft foundation in order to connect each all the foundation together to withstand the imposing load. So then in addition, I want to show you we have different type of raft foundation. We have flat slab type raft foundation. We have slab beam type raft foundation. We also have cellular raft uh, foundation. This cellular raft, it has both at the bottom and at the top of the foundation. We have slab with reinforcements, and we also have beam in between the top and bottom bottom slab. So according to what you want to work on, what to discuss, or the training or the tutorial that you want to work on right now, you are making use of this type of foundation. Let me show you. This one is beam slab. You have beam and slab. This is beam slab raft foundation. You have vertical, you have beam and slab on it. So in this raft foundation, we discuss about only concrete work for blinding and for blinding For blinding at the surface of the raft beam, blinding at the surface of the slab, of the raft slab, and raft beam. Lastly, raft slab, raft slab. So let's get started. Let's first go to templates. So we have done these are the templates that we have done. The form of setting out and others. So let's first create a folder. We name it as concrete. So for us to create or to customize template for blinding, we make use of linear tools. Click on linear tools and linear, name it as raft beam blinding. Oh, sorry, raft beam blinding. We have some property that we have to activate: the width, the width, and the width and the depth. I mean the thickness of blinding. First check this, check the width, check uh the depth. So let's check the units, meter here. The takeoff, just activate it. Yes. The bin cubic meter, yes. So to customize or to get a formula, that will be linear total multiply by the depth, multiply by the depth or thickness of the blinding. Just uncheck all this field, just uncheck it. Yeah, just come down to layout, select units, bring it to the front of the width. Okay, just click confirm. Okay, click on OK. Let us move it under let it be embedded inside the concrete. Yeah, then the concrete folder will be there is under, yes, it's under checklist. Just minimize this one. It's under checklist. Yes, okay. Just come down to home. So now, according to structural engineering drawing, when it is Raft Foundation, they will show you the general layout for the beam or for the slab. So now we are given the width of the beam and the depth of the beam. So now here, what I'm going to do now is that I'm coming, let's click on. What I'm going to do now is that let us check this picture. I'm coming. Let's check this picture. Okay, as you can see, this width is wider than normal beam. It's wider than normal beam. The reason why it's wider than normal beam is that for working space, so that the workers on site are able to position their leg and everything able to work well with them when they're setting out the walls, the beams on the blinding. So now, just come down to the drawing. Just click on rafts, beam blinding. What I'm going to do now is that according to this drawing, 225 is the width of the beam. So now you can make use of, some engineers make use of, instead of 225, they make use of, instead of 675 that I showed you on that picture, you can make use of add 100 mm at both sides or 200, anyone you like. So for us now, let us make use of 200 or let us make use of normal 675. You understand? It depends on your choice. Just make use of 675 as the width. So 675, 75. So the depth, let's use 0.05, that is 50 mm. Click on OK. Make sure that record mode is at point to point. Point to point. Pick it from here. Yeah. So you can bring it, let it lap here, because if you stop it here, this remaining place will be void. You understand? So you can just bring it to lap to this point. Press escape. So you can just bring it to this side. And that to cater for, yeah, it's okay like this. So let us work on order. Press N, stop here, pick another point. Don't worry about the labs. Don't worry about the labs. That will serve as wastage. That will serve as wastage. Yeah, and don't worry about the labs. Don't worry about the labs. So it serve as wastage. Oh, just remember something. Okay, okay. So you are done with blinding. With raft beam blinding. Right click. Okay, it's there already. I'll show it. So raft beam blinding, you have 3.7 cubic meter as our blinding. So now let us proceed with raft beam. Just check the height. Height of the beam is 1002 and height of the foundation is 1.2, that is 1002. When you deduct 200 from it, that is the slab. So now if you want to take off a raft beam, just focus on the beam, height of the beam, excluding the raft slab. So 200 minus 1002, it gives us 1 meter, right? So our height for the raft beam is 1 meter. Is 1 meter. Let us hide it. So let us create raft beam now. To customize the raft beam, we're going to make use of linear tools. Click on it. Name it as raft beam. Click on advanced. Let us add property. The property we need the width of the beam, we need the depth of the beam. Width, check it, is in meter here. The depth is in meter here. So to customize how to activate a calculation, that will be linear total multiplied by the depth. Yeah, let us uncheck all this field. Just uncheck it. Come down to layout. Click on the unit, bring it to the front of the wheel. Just check the form. The form. Oh yeah, the unit of the takeoff, the cubic meter. Yeah, click OK. So move it under concrete. Yeah, after that, come to our home. Yeah, the width of the beam is 225. raft beam. Yeah, the width is 225. Depth is 1 meter. Click OK. Just keep moving. Oh, sorry. I double click it. Sorry. I'm very sorry. The width is 225. Then depth is 1 meter. Yeah. So there is not much. Yeah. Keep moving. So press. Yeah, done with this. Press escape. Just proceed with this one. Press N. Yeah. Stop it. N again. Extend into this point. Yeah. Press N again. Yeah. Okay. Then N again. Yeah. Then proceed. Yeah. The last beam. Yeah. Let us check the volume. Let me hide this one. So the volume is 75.1 cubic meter for the beam. So now it remains the blinding. Let me show you guys the beam, the slab blinding. Slab blinding, blinding. No. Mm, okay. Yeah. Okay. Now see. So the blending is the white that you are seeing here, and we have DPM under it. I've explained how to take off or how to customize your template for DPM. If you check my description, you see check my description or check my YouTube channel. You will see how to take off for DPM or how to customize the template for it. So blending after DPM, the slab blending is positioned. I mean, it's placed on it. Yeah. It's placed on it on the DPM. So after the blending, we have the reinforcement work will be done later. Not now. We are working on concrete work. So to customize our Raft Slab, let me first hide this. Let me hide this one. So let's come down to templates. Let's come down to templates. So to customize how to take off for Raft Slab, we make use of area tools. Raft Raft Slab, yeah. Raft Slab. Click on advanced. What we need is just the depth or the thickness. Activate it. There is a meter. Then take off at the area multiply by depth. Yeah, to be in cubic meter. Let us uncheck all this field. Don't need it. Let's come down to layout. Yes, unit. Yeah. Form. Click OK. Can minimize it. Come down to home. First, let us check the thickness. The thickness is 200 mm according to my explanation here. What I explained, it is 200 mm thick. Good. So now let's take off for the raft slab. Click on it. Thickness is 0.2, that is 200 mm. Check the record mode. It must be at point to point. So let's start from this point. Yeah, let's keep moving. Yeah, 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 yeah. So that is how I'm going to trace the external points or the perimeter of the slab. I mean, press escape. You can show the region, the area. Raft slab. You have 22.70. Just check the region there. 22.70. Let us hide all these ones that we have done. Raft beam, raft beam blinding, we have 3.7 cubic meter. Raft beam, you have 75.1 cubic meter. Raft slab, you have 22.7 cubic meter. So this is how to customize and take off for concreting raft foundation. This is according to what I said when I started this tutorial. You make use of um, beam slab foundation, raft foundation. Let me show you some picture. Yeah, something I want to explain. We have different type of materials that we use for um, concrete work. Different type of materials as form work for concrete work or raft concrete work. You have timber, you have plywood, you have plastic, you have aluminium. So this is the blending that's been done. This is the blend. Can you see now? This is the sand. This is the ground. Just use software to trace out, to mark out the setting out and pour the concrete for blending on it. And the function of blending is to prevent direct contact. Is to prevent direct contact of reinforcements and the raft beam, the reinforcement of the raft beam with the soil to prevent to prevent the reinforcement from the soil so that it won't rust. It won't rust. After this blending, there's one picture I want to show you if I can see it. Uh, okay, after this blending, can you see something now? This is 2 by 3. That is 50 by 75 plank. It is placed or positioned or fixed on blinding. After the blinding, you position on it. The function of this plank, this 2 by 3, is that it helps to create a cover for the raft beam so that there will be a concrete between the blinding and the reinforcement bar. That serves as that serves as concrete cover. The formwork, the 2 by 3 serve as concrete cover. So that is the function of the plank. That's the function of the plank. So yeah, can you see what I explained the other time? This is the raft beam, which we use 1 meter as the depth, and it remains some space here. This space is meant for raft slab. So after filling up this area, this space, after filling it up, if lay DPM, we now spread our blending on it, another blending on it, then we now fix the reinforcement. It is being done here. We now fix the reinforcement. After the reinforcement, we now cast it. So this is the result after casting. This is the result after casting. Can you see? This is the beam, this is the raft beam, and this is the raft slab. This is the raft slab. So you are free to ask this is the raft slab after casting. So you are free to ask any question based on what I've done. By next tutorial, we'll proceed with formwork of Raft Foundation. Thanks for watching.